Okay. Hi, back again. So I had a couple meetings, and now I'm back to finishing this up. So we were talking about NaCl and Ca, and we had to double the Cl's here. Let's now look at Kf and Mgi, and then I'm going to show you a harder one actually down here at Al and S, just because of you actually have to make more of each one, and I'll explain number 5 in a minute. But also, I can show even more, maybe on a third video that I'll list, or a video key that I'll put on this page for later. Or also post, I'll just probably post all the answers, okay? So you work on as many as you can after you watch this video, okay? So the K is in column 1, and F again is in column 7. So it's very similar to Na and Cl because they're from the same families. It's very similar to Na and Cl because K is like Na and F is like Cl. So what's happening is this guy has one electron, and it's very easily wants to lose that electron, okay? And so he wants, the K wants to loses one electron. That's what he wants to do. And the fluorine, because he has 7, he needs to gain 1. He gains 1, okay? And so what happens is that one electron, and I'm going to try to show in red, is basically going over and going into the F. And so then the K is becoming, hold on a second with my pencils, I'm sorry. K is becoming positive because it lost an electron, and fluorine has all 8 now, and then it has an extra electron, and so that whole part of it is going to be negative. So that positive and negative are equal. Losing and gaining are equal, so you just need one of each. And so you're basically going to write a formula of K and F. You don't need anything in between, okay? And then you're going to say the name potassium, and you're going to say fluorine. So we're going to say potassium and fluoride. So you're going to write the ending of "ide," okay? So you're going to say potassium and fluoride, okay? Now the next one, we want to look at our chart and find magnesium. So I got a regular chart here too to help, but here's magnesium. It's in group 2, okay? It's in group 2. Magnesium's here in group 2. And then we've got iodine over here, and he's a halogen, and then he's going to be -1, okay? Now we're actually going to write out the dots because I really want to focus on the dots on this assignment. Now, so we're going to do magnesium with 2 dots. Let me get a more smoother background here, sorry. 2 dots, so we have a dot here, and I'm going to put a dot up here, and then we're going to put an iodine. Iodine has 7 like the fluorine. So I'm going to draw my dots with X's just to clarify that these are the non-metal dots, okay? Now this guy would like to become positive 2 here. I mean, that's positive 2 right there. Could kind of get written over the lines there. And then fluorine is a -1. Now the part of it is that the positives and negatives aren't equal. The losing of 2 and the gaining of 1 is not equal, okay? So this guy wants to loses 2 electrons, and then this iodine wants to gain 1 electron. And the point is, just like up here on the calcium and chloride, it's not equal. It is losing 2. So each of these electrons have to go to 2 separate chlorines. So the same thing happens here. We've got to make another I because this electron will go to that fluorine, okay? But what about this electron? So you have to make another, you want to make another I here on the other side, give it 7 dots, and sorry, I didn't mean to put one right there in the corner. Those 7 dots. And then you're going to put this electron going to that that iodine, okay? So this dot goes to this iodine, this dot goes to this iodine, and both the iodines become negative. So there's a negative here and a negative here, and then magnesium becomes two positives. So it basically becomes positive 2. So this positive, they all equal out. You want to lose 2, so you have to double the iodine to gain 2, okay? So we have to take magnesium and have 2 I's, because this becomes plus 2, and this is a minus 1, so you have to double that. And that's why it makes it plus 2 is equaling, and it cancels out the minus 2. They cancel out. So you have to make MgI2, because this becomes positive 2 and this is a minus, okay? And you have to double the I. You have to double the I to equal it out, okay? So when it's plus 1 electron lost and 1 electron gain, it's just 1 to 1. But if you have an ion or an element that has 2 electrons and this only needs 1, then you got to double the 1 in order to equal it out. And then you have a little 2 down here. Now, up here, you don't have to put the 1s in. You just assume there's 1 of each. But when you have to double 1, you have to put a little tiny 2 there. You also are going to name the metal as normal. And then you're going to put the I and make it not iodine, but iodide. Okay, so it's magnesium. And then you're going to say iodide, not iodine. So you're going to change the ending to ide. Okay? You're going to do the same here. You want to write out the dots for beryllium and sulfur, for sodium and oxygen, noting what families they're in, with sodium being first group, oxygen being in group 16. We have beryllium in group 2 and sulfur in 16. And then you can try those out. I'm going to go ahead and jump down to a more complicated one with aluminum. We're going to try aluminum in group 13 and sulfur in group 12, okay? So we want to note how many electrons they have. For aluminum has 3 dots and sulfur is going to have 6, okay? So let's write that down. I want to do the more complicated one, and I'm going to try to do this complicated one tomorrow, the next day. So this video is going to be for kids on both days, both the first day we started doing this, and then also on the second day, okay? So we have sometimes where you might have to double and triple even both of them. Let's try this out. So aluminum has 3 dots and gives up 3 electrons, okay? Then sulfur actually has 6. So I'm going to put 2 here, 2 here, and also 2 here. Okay, now what happens is this needs 2 electrons to be full. Sorry, this needs 2 to be full, and then aluminum gives up or loses 3. Now at this point, these numbers are not equal. What we have to do is we have to make multiples of them to get them to the same number. So I think in your math classes it's called, what is the least common multiple between 3 and 2. So we got to get this up to a multiple to make it the same number as this one, making another multiple. So if you do the least common multiple when it's 3 and 2, okay, then you want to get it up to 6. You got to get it up to 6 for each, okay? So when you want to take 3, you got to double this times 2. You got to take your 3 and times it by 2. And then when you times 3 times 2, you get it to 6. And then when you take 2 times 3, you also get that up to 6, okay? So let me show you this, okay? I'm going to make 2 aluminums and do 3 electrons around aluminum. And I'm kind of putting them on the side here, not really in the best place, but just enough that they're right here, ready to go. So that's 6 dots of electrons. And then I'm going to draw 3 sulfurs like this. Draw 3 sulfurs, and each of these have 6 electrons like this. 6 electrons, and I'm going to leave the left side open for each one of them, okay? because each one of these, this needs 2 each, and these have 6. So we're going to take these 2 and put it right here with this sulfur. We're going to take these 2 and put it with this sulfur, and then we're going to take these 2 and take it to the 3rd sulfur. So now all the aluminum has no electrons, and so you're going to have aluminum and an aluminum, and they're going to be +3, both of them, okay? And then we have sulfur, but we have 3 of them, and it's all going to be -2. So that's going to be -2, -2, -2. Basically, you're going to double the aluminums, and you're going to make 3 sulfurs. Okay, and now this is +6, this is -6, and those offset each other. So that's why we do, I'm trying to work with my phone here, trying to videotape. So we're going to have 2 aluminums and 3 sulfurs, and that's the formula, okay? The point is when it's losing 3 and needing 2, you literally are like doubling this to get it up to 6 and tripling this to get it up to 6. That's why we have 2 aluminums and 3 sulfurs. So go ahead and write that out. 2 aluminums with a little 2 and sulfur with a little 3. That makes them equaling to +6 and -6. Now the name is simple. We just say aluminum and we just say sulfur, but we're going to change the ending, okay? We don't worry about the numbers because we can figure out the numbers from the charges. So it's aluminum, and then you say sulfide. That's how you name it, okay? So you want to work on as many as you can with beryllium and sulfur, write out its dots, figure out what it's going to lose or gain. Also with sodium and oxygen, and then try to do some more on the back with calcium and sulfur, magnesium and fluoride, barium and phosphorus, and so forth. Try to do more here. We're going to try to do more in class, but I will post an answer key, okay? So I'm going to go for now. Double check all these. These are just examples here, the 3 that I did, but try to work on some more. If you want to send me a picture of what your work is, go ahead and do that. Send me your picture of the work you've done, and I'll let you know how you did. So I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.